on the sunny side of the street.
I'm JP. This is
Uh, I'm your co-host, Sizzle.
oh, and this is episode 29 of our podcast variation of our content. And right now we're in the middle of a little series where we're starting from the bottom of the league this year, and we're gonna be seeing what can be done, what won't be done, and if it's even worth salvaging. And yeah, we covered the Raiders, Jets, and I think the Cardinals. Is that who? Yeah, we talked a little bit about the Cardinals. So now we're going on into the old Tennessee Titans. Uh Man, I think other than the Jets, they're probably, in my opinion, the next worst team for next season. You know, they got the quarterback. You know, I don't. It's one of those situations where you don't really know what he's capable of because he was drafted to a crap team, and uh, yeah, man, they don't got any weapons. They don't have, an O line. They don't. I mean, they have one defensive line guy, Jeffrey Simmons, who's a dog, but he's gonna be in the same boat here soon that Max Crosby and Miles Garrett are. Like, they're gonna be just one monster player on the defense and nobody to help you. You know, there's no attraction to go play. There's no reason to go be a Titan. You know, you're better off going and becoming a coach or, taking the third shift at Walmart because,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty much about it, dude.
I mean,
They got a quarterback that I think I don't think he's gonna be the guy there.
no, probably not.
I
And
haven't seen anything in him to change my opinion on that. Granted, he's really got nobody to work with, so you can't really put it all on him, but
yeah.
end of the day, instead of throwing it out there for a pick, just throw the ball away or run the ball as the quarterback. Just take off running. He took a lot of hits
Mhm. Mhm.
this year, and they got. I don't even know where. It's kind of like the Jets situation.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep.
where do you start?
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
kind of. It's kind of like, do you want to be here? Do you want to play for this franchise?
mhm.
No. Okay. Well, then we need to know now, type of thing. But I don't know. I don't even, like I was just saying, I don't even know where they could even start, dude.
No, and that's kind of why I was grouping them with the Jets at the beginning. They're two teams you just don't you can't expect much. Like, if something came, if either team has four or more wins next season, you'll kind of be impressed. And that's saying a lot. You know what I
Right.
mean? Mr.
Hmm.
No interceptions in a season, Aaron Glenn, the greatest coach the Jets will ever have. Um, no, just kidding. Rex Ryan, he was a dog. He's pretty cool. But yeah, there's no attraction, so you're not gonna bring in that ticket guy. The guy that's gonna come over and help. Unless
Yep.
unless you can somehow convince them, be like, hey, you're gonna come over here and you're gonna be a part of our rebuild and you're gonna be the guy. You know,
Right.
we're gonna design our play calls around Ward. I can't remember what his first name is.
Cam. Cam
Cam, yeah,
Ward.
Cam Ward, yeah. We're gonna design plays around Cam Ward just giving you the ball for the next season, while the young bucks come in and learn under you. You're the play style we want. You really gotta sugarcoat it and really reel them in to get them to come there because if I'm an O line, I don't want to play next to four scrubs. If I'm on defense, I don't want only one other guy to be good.
Right.
They're gonna be, yeah. It's crazy to think, and I know we haven't talked to him yet. It's crazy to think that there are teams that are going to be worse than the Browns next year again.
I know. I
It's just I feel confident in saying that. I feel like there is going to be, and I know we talked about Arizona maybe, but they're another team. The three of them are going to be fighting at the bottom. They just don't have anything to work with that. If you went in there and stepped in, you would have to. If you, like I said, with them winning games, if they win more than 4 or 5 games, like you take the coach off the hot seat because usually that first year coach, if they come out sucking, I mean Aaron Glenn, he's going to be on the hot seat if things don't turn out. But again, they're all three of these. Well, Titans got a quarterback, but they don't have weapons. But even if the other teams get quarterbacks, they really don't have weapons. Each team has an okay wide receiver, and I don't know. I don't really.
yeah, it's gonna be basically a battle of the shit bowl teams at the bottom. It's gonna be a toss up between. I don't know how you're gonna overdo the Jets. You really got to just not show up the whole season to accumulate their record. So, um, yeah, there's a lot. Um, all I can say is their coaching. They must be paying their head coach a lot because like you go into coach the Jets, you go in with a good set of hair, you're gonna come out with a full gray beard, a full gray head, because the stress is gonna get to you. I mean, look at Aaron Glenn, man. He's already turning his beard, everything, bro. Like I
Yeah.
noticed that this season. Like,
Oh
holy
yeah.
smokes, dude.
Yeah.
It's really stressful out there.
Oh, bet.
But
I mean, especially when the other guy is out there killing it with the Bears. Doesn't make
yeah.
it just doesn't make you look too good.
I bet you he goes home at night and probably lays in bed, just like I should have went to Chicago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, all around, Aaron Glenn is a phenomenal coach as a defensive coach. Now, as a head coach, he doesn't have much to work with, but he's a head coach, man. You're the guy. It's your job to get the talent in there. And
hmm
if you can't get it in there, you got to make the moves to make it happen. Unless you just want to continue to have a losing franchise.
Right.
And that goes down to Tennessee, man. To be honest with you, let's go back here. Tennessee has not been good since who was their best quarterback they ever had?
Tannehill, not that long ago, they got pretty deep in the playoffs a couple of times with Vrabel as their coach, but the
Yeah, but
last,
I'm saying before,
uh,
before that.
probably Steve McNair.
Exactly, right? That's when
On the kills.
Tennessee had everything firing. Now,
hmm
when I say everything firing, bro, you gotta have in the NFL, you gotta, if very least, you gotta have a okay defense, a okay offense, special teams.
Yeah.
The list goes on, right?
hmm
Ever since um he was done, or they got rid of him, or whatever happened back then, that franchise, it'd be like the Bobby Lane curse. I don't know if you put like some kind of like voodoo on the Tennessee, but after that, dude, they just been ass, bro.
hmm
I mean, yeah, like you said, they had that, you know, one good run there, and
Yeah.
then after that,
Yeah.
it
It
was
was a quick fizzle.
exactly. It's kind of like, well, go back on the Super Bowl. New England, right?
hmm
I'm curious to see how New England bounces back after that lackluster performance in the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So yeah, I don't even know where you begin on those bottom teams, right? Like we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean they're tough. I mean, at least
I
when
mean,
you
how do
look,
you even get guys in there, bro? Like that's the biggest hurdle to go through. How do you get a a okay receiver, okay,
hmm
like a B receiver instead of you can't afford an A one, so you got to make the B one work, right?
hmm
How are you even going to get that in the door? In the Jets, how are you going to persuade them to come in that direction? And Tennessee, and not only that, the Raiders, bro. Like that's just like that's a job in itself, dude. Right
hmm
there, man.
hmm
Once they can knock over that hurdle, I think you're gonna see those teams that are on the bottom slowly over time now. Because you got, like we talked about last episode, you're not gonna build it all in 1 year,
mm
okay? But that being said, how is it that the Jets have been rebuilding for how long now, and
A
they can't
while.
make it work? So it's not the coaching, okay? That's straight out in the open. Yes, as us viewers, we think the coaching is bad, but the coaching can only do so much if your general managers
Yeah.
are the
Yep.
ones that got to make it happen.
Yep.
And if they don't want to make it happen, then you're never going to win
Yep.
because you're never going to have the A talent come in because they don't want to because they know basically they're coming here for a paycheck.
Yep.
That's about it, man. So Aaron Glenn, a lot of guys, a lot of people are shitting on him. Even me, I'm one of them. But look at the Jets. The general managing is the issue there. It's been the issue for a while.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And like the first move of the game is to get rid of the head coach, fire a head coach. It's always the head coach's fault, right?
hmm
But very rarely do you see like general managers step up and say, "You know what? I messed up." Yeah, I mean, look at the Giants, bro. Remember that whole fiasco?
Yep.
Saquon Barkley?
Yeah.
I mean, that is general managing big boo boo 101 right there. And I don't know. So yeah, coaching, yeah, you gotta break do and do's do there. And I
Yep.
just I just don't see if each of those teams that are on the bottom don't produce a winning season, I can see new coaching coming in. Maybe in the Jets organization, they might switch up general managing and all that before they part ways with the
Yeah.
head coach. But I would hate to be in those shoes of the head coach to make all those decisions. That would just I'd take at least 15 years off your life right there, just dealing with all that stress, I swear. But
Yeah. Yeah. No. That's the Tennessee Titans. They kind of leave you with the head scratching. But now we got the New York Giants. Now their coach got fired. They got a new guy. They got John Harbaugh over there. They're a team that has potential. They're a team that has all the weapons. They just unfortunately one got injured, so they started favoring another person. He got injured. They started favoring another person, and he got hurt. So they kind of had a weird and unfortunate string of injuries. But Jackson Dart, I think, proved himself to be a worthy quarterback. I think, man, you hate to think that he loses too much from it, but Scadaboo coming back, he's a beast.
nah, I'm not a scatterboo guy, to be honest. I think there's going to be some big shakeups there at the Giants. Um, that Jackson Dart, yeah, he might be a good quarterback,
Hmm.
but he's not going to play long if he takes those hits. He needs to run out of bounds.
Yep.
And then Scattaboo, I don't I don't know about him, man. He's a pretty small back.
Hmm.
Takes I don't know. That's a big injury for him to come back on.
That was pretty brutal. Your ankle being pretty much broken.
To Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously he's gonna come back, but is he gonna be the same guy? That's the big question
That's
there
the
too.
question, man.
Always on those injuries, especially like broken leg. Is the
Hmm.
guy gonna move the same? Is he gonna,
Get
is he
nervous,
gonna
start
hit the
having.
hole?
Yep,
What's that?
have that PTSD of, oh my gosh, it's gonna break again if I do this.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna think that route. I mean, judging him, shit, puts the helmet on with a broken leg and starts headbutting walls. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, that's kind of why I'm hoping we get a couple of years out of him before he goes back.
I
You
mean,
know what
yeah,
I
if he
mean? Because
keeps going like that, he
he's
ain't.
a pretty entertaining white boy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he seems like a cool guy to like hang around, like he's one of us
oh
type of
yeah, dude, he's
guys.
wild, man.
But I just same thing like Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes.
Hmm.
That was a big injury, bro. Like,
Yeah, and he got
is
it
he
late.
gonna be the same? Like I think he's not gonna be the same when he comes back. You know,
Possibility. Yeah, I could see that.
those injuries, man. And I swear, if the NFL would get rid of that damn turf, you would watch all these serious leg injuries kind of fall down like to unhurt. I mean, you're still gonna have them if like you went back to real grass,
Hmm.
you know. I think it'd be better for the players, but until then, they're gonna have all these, injuries that they keep having. But they're pretty gruesome, man. There's been a lot of gruesome injuries this year, to be honest.
Yeah, no, there was some pretty a lot of injury. Like, what's his face?
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
It wasn't he the first, I
It was
think?
like I feel the
No.
wide receiver from the Giants. He was the first one.
Yeah, they all dropped like flies,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
but it was all happened at the early part of the season, like the first
yeah.
4 weeks. It was just like bam, this guy, bam, this yeah, because it was Malik Neighbors from the Giants.
Okay.
Then the next week it was like Tyreek Hill from the Dolphins,
Right.
and then it was Mike Evans.
Oh, I forgot about Evans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause
yeah, yeah.
cause if he would have played this year and got 1,000 yards, he would have passed Jerry
Yep.
Rice for the most 1,000 yard seasons as a wide receiver in a row. But
It,
unfortunately, he got hurt, so he's stuck tied.
I was
Which
gonna say I thought he tied with them,
yeah, he was
but
tied right now, so he didn't get to pass him, and it was a streak, so it's over now.
yeah.
But I mean, it's not like his career's over. He still has maybe 2 or 3 more big years left in him.
Yeah. If he gets I mean, if he
But
gets
the
picked
injury
up.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
the biggest thing. Picking up players that have those big injuries,
Hmm.
that are free agents. They still think they're worth that big money. I
Yep.
mean, some of them probably are, but they got to prove themselves after that injury.
Yep. I agree. But yeah, no,
Still,
they're a team I could see if they stay healthy, they could move out of the bottom and get into at least the middle of the pack.
who's that?
The Giants.
Giants ain't going nowhere, man. Are you kidding me? Did you fall and bump your head on the ice today, bro? You might as well just say the Jets are going to the Super Bowl next year, then. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't think they'll be the fifth worst.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they could be. All those injuries, all those players off injury coming back.
Mhm.
I think they all can stay healthy on the Giants. I think, yeah, they could make a huge, significantly good push for
Yeah.
sure. But I don't know, man. Seattle, though, if they come back hot again, this year, oh
Yeah.
boy. I mean, you might want to put them out there.
Oh, I already am. I'm checking out my DraftKings right now, and
I was just gonna say, I would definitely throw something out there now or
hmm
whenever you can because
Oh yeah, right now, this time, and for like the next month or two, the numbers are really high because they don't know. You know, all the coaching changes, player changes, a lot of it hasn't happened yet. So they give a lot of teams some crazy numbers just because, they're like, oh, this many people are going into free agency. The Lions are going to lose these people. It's like, but we might keep some of the good ones.
right. Hey, you brought up the Lions there. What how do you think our season is gonna go? What's your predictions? Do you think we are gonna win the NFC division? Or do you think we're gonna win it and then we're gonna go like we did? What do you think, man?
I think we could have another season just like this year. I think it's going to be tough. You know, I just think it's going to be tough. I think the Packers and the Bears are still going to be really damn good.
But you
Uh,
got Parsons though coming off that bad injury also, so I don't really foresee him being like he was before the injury.
well,
That's
yeah,
just me, but
but if we end up playing him later and he gets a couple of games under his belt and he starts getting that confidence back, it could be, that's why I would like to play him early while he does have that kind of, expectation to, he might not be ready versus, later in the season when he's gotten 6 or 7 games under his belt and he has built that confidence up, then
yeah.
I'm nervous.
I'm
But
not making any predictions on the Lions until till I see like training camp and I got mixed emotions this year on them. I learned as a Lions fan, you never get your hopes up. Okay. That's
right.
just like in the Lions dictionary. Rule number one, 101. Section 2.5. Yes, you will be crying. You will be upset.
Always bring a box of tissues to game day on Sunday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I learned looking at the Lions dictionary there. Um, you never get excited, even when the hype train's moving along, chugga chugga chugga. You know, I was the guy like, nah, I'm not with it. I'm not on board because I haven't seen anything on the field yet to make me change my opinion. You know. Until I see Brad Holmes making those moves that, he's supposed to make for for a franchise team to like try to be a dynasty, Until then, I'm not getting any hopes up. I'm not getting my emotions up. I'm gonna ride it out each Sunday, you know,
hmm
and then maybe mid, week 4, week 5, then okay, I'll make my predictions.
hmm hmm
But other than I really think, like I said, I think
So be
Seattle's gonna be hot coming in again. Now that they're basically on the big stage now. I call it the big stage because Sam Darnold was not, let's face it, everybody overlooked him, right? Like he wasn't gonna win nothing.
mm,
And he proved all the haters wrong. So now, I mean, they're just a tough team. They got all around everything. Defense,
yeah,
offense, special teams, kickoff even, dude. Like I they're a tough one to beat.
yeah.
And I don't foresee the Rams making no push. I think we're gonna see teams come up that we never thought were gonna come up this year.
I know, and I'm trying to guess which one it is, man.
That is the $1 million question, man.
And
Which team is it going to be?
that's kind of what inspired me to do this little series is, if we work through the bottom and kind of like talk about it, so far those first, 4 or 5 teams we're not sure. We're like, yeah, Giants if they're healthy could. They got John Harbaugh, so they got a better coach. So it's like, is that enough? Are they going to be better? Are they going to at least move away from the bottom five? Are they going to be in the middle of the pack? Are they going to be like fighting with Dallas and at the end of the season for that last playoff spot kind of a team? But you're not like, oh yeah, little switch and they're going to be Super Bowl team, you know.
Yeah.
But they could make the playoffs. Is kind of where I'm putting them.
Whoa, this is really going out of the box here. But what if the Cleveland Browns make a huge push, dude?
Well, that's the next team we were just about to talk about. They're the sixth team on the list out from the bottom. They're 5-2. They were a team that has the sack record now for one player in a season. Their defense is really good. Now, I could see their defense, faltering a little bit because Schwartz left. So that could really hurt the defense on that side. But Shadur actually, Pro Bowl Shadur, excuse me, proved that no, maybe he's worth a shot. The other three other quarterbacks that played last season for him didn't do anything. Flacco sucked and got traded. Uh, the other quarterback, Dylan Gabriel, he came in and I think he played 3 games and got hurt. He was
He was an
he's
all-star.
yeah, a little tiny guy. He just wasn't. He just doesn't have the cut for it. I hate to say it because he was good in college, but
He's tough. What are you talking about, dude?
but we've seen the translation, and sometimes quarterbacks just don't. They could be really good in college, but when it comes to the pros, just don't
Big
have.
difference.
And I think Shador has an opportunity. They proved that they drafted a really good tight end, that Fanning Jr. He was a late rounder that ended up, being one of those diamonds in the rough.
Yep.
They got a great running back combo in that Judkins and Sampson. They were both rookies and they both played really good. So developed them into that 1-2 punch.
Right.
Uh, I think it really just for them it comes down to snagging another offensive lineman and maybe one more wide receiver, and I I I don't think it's too crazy. The defense thing is the big question for me, but if we were looking at the way the end of the season was kind of trending, you could kind of see that if they kept going, if there was another 5 games, they were going to probably win some of those.
Very true. Very. I mean, who's that one receiver there that has like the biggest mouth but cannot catch a damn ball to win a game in Cleveland?
You talk about the old Jerry Judy.
Judy.
Yep.
Yeah, he talks an awful lot, but man, when it hits you in the hands right here,
Mhm.
you can't catch it. You should not be running your mouth anymore.
Have you seen that one sideline thing with Steve Smith, or the old wide receiver from the Panthers? He was
Yeah. Oh,
But
Baltimore.
yeah, Baltimore
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But he was on the sideline, and I guess on one of his own podcasts, he called Judy a jag, which means just another average
Average.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so, I guess Judy kind of took offense to it. And Steve Smith was actually going to go apologize to it, be like, "Hey, it doesn't mean anything. You're in the NFL, so that still means you're something." And that Judy guy was just like, "Guy, get away with me. Get away from me. I don't fuck with you. Get away from me." And then Steve Smith's on the thing is like, "Well, I was going to apologize, but I wasn't wrong. So he really is just a guy. Back to you guys in the studio." He was just, it
Well,
was great, dude.
to be honest with you, he was not lying, bro. I mean, he is. I don't know why. I mean, I guess Cleveland probably had no choice, you
Hmm.
know, but they need to part ways with him, dude.
They really do. He's I hate to say it, but he's probably a stink in the locker room, and
When he another thing I noticed is I'm not a Shador fan
nope,
whatsoever, dude.
nope. He's
But
him and Travis Hunter were on our list to fail.
he came out and proved me wrong. But what pissed me off, dude, is Judy. I believe it was really, I think, to win the game. And I can't remember who they were playing, but he drops the ball. And then on
Oh
the sidelines, he's acting like it was Shador's fault.
yeah, oh yeah, acting all
And,
pissy
and
and
I
shit.
give Shador props. Like he had every right in that, you know, moment to go off on him, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he might
Kept
have
his
been because
cool.
he's a rookie. He
Yeah,
kept his
right.
cool,
Yeah, well,
and
and
I give him,
that's what you respect about him is he could have gone and done the stupid thing, said something on the internet, kept his cool, and was like, hey, we'll get it next time, or along those kinds of lines. He kept it very
yeah.
professional.
I think, maybe I could have been fooled because, legendary, all
Legendary.
that stuff coming in, like he was just, I just thought he was, living off Dion, but no, he proved me wrong. And, yeah, it's like, man, if I was Shador, I would never pass to that dude because he clearly cannot catch the ball. And when he doesn't catch it, he looks for every excuse to blame the quarterback. And yeah, so I really think, like, in the locker room, he is just a complete cancer. Like he
Yeah.
wears off on everybody. And I think, honestly, if they get him out of there, uh, I think Cleveland would be a
Hey,
better off
Professor,
team.
come on over. Hey, Rowan, unplug your tablet for a second. Papa needs to come sit down. Yep.
But yeah,
We're
I
we're we're under the 5 minute mark, so I'm gonna have Professor come in and
sounds good.
drop a little bit of wisdom here on these teams that we're talking about today.
Sounds good, brother. Sounds golden.
Welcome to the Professor Dome.
What's up, Mr. Professor?
Not much. How are you doing, dude?
I'm doing all right, man. Another
Cool.
episode down in the books.
Cool. Who are we rooting for now?
All right, so the first team we started talking about
Well,
today was the Titans.
Oh,
What are your thoughts?
we got your favorite teams, Professor.
well,
First thought if you were a coach.
well, man, that's trouble. You got quarterback. Uh, you got to be a quarterback whisperer there,
Yeah.
And then they just need help. They got one good receiver, couple decent defensive men, but they're in a rebuild. I mean, you wouldn't think they would be, but uh, yeah, some of the stuff, their last couple drafts just haven't probably panned out like the way they expected it to. So yeah, they're in trouble.
Trouble.
New York Giants. Jim Harbaugh just moved over there. Jackson Dart showed that he's going to be their starter. And if Malik Neighbors and Scadaboo both come back,
Well, if Scadaboo recovers totally from his injury because he's the kind of guy, who's all in. I don't think the injury is going to affect his playing. It's going to probably take him a few games to get back on his feet. But they're not. The Giants ain't that far away from being contenders.
see, that's kind of what we were thinking. They were the first team from the bottom that you felt if they had a couple of switch ups, they could be, maybe not the Super Bowl team,
No, not
but they'll be fighting with Dallas to be getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, if they do good. Now, I'm strict. I'm one that believes if there's good free agents out there, and you got the room, you go get them, and you do it before the draft, because
Yes, sir.
you draft players for the 3 years aren't going to be expensive. So go ahead and use that money now, and they're just one, probably two good defensive guys away, and Well, running back, they could use a running back since they give theirs away for nothing. Huh? Yeah, Scatterboo. Yeah, but okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, if he's healthy, what am I thinking? Well, yeah, just get him a backup and get a receiver. One thing about New York, I didn't pay that much attention to him this year. Because we're watching all the top teams. We're watching Detroit too much, so we didn't pay attention to them. But out of all the bottom teams, they're the ones that's got the chance to make a few moves, and be right back in it.
All right, real quick, we got a minute left. What about the Cleveland Browns? Real quick.
I don't know. They should quit. They should find a new sport because they just ain't playing football.
It sucks because Schwartz left, so the defense is going to decline a little bit.
They're just not going to play with any enthusiasm. They just know the whole organization is kind of giving up on doing what's right. That's where if you're a quarterback, that's where you go to die.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Professor, with the quick.
Thank you, sir.
That was great. That was really. But we thank you guys for coming along for the journey. This is the second part, and we'll pick up next time. Until then, pre-bet.
Pre-bet.
There's a light that shines on the sunny side of the street. Be careful as you go, just beware of wandering feet. For the dark clouds up above your head may cause sorrow and strife.